What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, a.k.a. the second best baby lose in San Francisco, a.k.a. the Parisian, at Tim Gettys.
What a trip it has been. Just came back from Paris. Obviously going to talk a lot about that, but that was the then. Can I talk about the now for a second?
I guess so.
Maybe the later. I'm seeing Linkin Park tonight.
Oh, what?
Live in San Jose, California.
Wow.
What's important about this, my very first time ever seeing them live.
Wow.
And it's crazy. It's me, G, Curran, and his wife, Shari. And I'm really excited for a lot of reasons. Obviously, I've loved Linkin Park for a very long time.
Yeah.
Crazy I never saw them. Very sad I'll never see them with Chester.
Yeah.
But still very excited for this. But Linkin Park, probably besides Onimusha and Smash Brothers, the longest running constant of me and Curran's relationship. It's kind of crazy that in the end dropped maybe the day I met Curran. It's kind of crazy. But very exciting.
Are you scared at all that Greg's somehow going to mess it up?
Was there ever really a concert?
Yeah, God. Can you imagine? But very, very excited for this.
Tim, you should make sure you go for the opener because the opener is JPEG Mafia.
JPEG Mafia.
I
What the fuck is
fucking love JPEG Mafia.
I didn't know that till last night. I was I almost was hey, we could skip.
Have you listened to him?
Only as a feature.
You got it. He's incredible.
I bet you that tonight turns me into a fan.
Fuck yeah.
So very excited for that.
Well, rounding out our trio isn't Roger, who thinks he can come in here
on.
talking about Peg and the Mafia. I don't want that kind of heat.
Come on.
And over here, it's the glue, the big dog, Kevin Coelho joining us at the
What's
table.
up?
Hey, Kev, how are you?
Hey, good.
Thanks for making the time to come over
Thank
here.
you for having me.
It's
Someone
always
in
a
the
pleasure.
chat said Kevin Dog, and I love that they used your government name.
Yeah, that's right.
I miss you out here, Kevin. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to be out here. It's so funny, because now it's so rare.
Yeah.
That when I come out here, I'm like, is that what we sound like? Is that because we could tweak that? And he
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
it's all fine. He's not on mic.
Yeah, you commented right before, now I'm out here. I'd like to have a chat over there. I like not having the chat there because I like the chat being
Well,
the
yeah,
host.
because you sit on that side.
Well, no, but even when I'm over there and I'm reviewing a game, I don't want to look at the chat. That's the host job. They have to talk to the chat, not me. You got kids like Andy that get distracted
good.
by it.
Everything's
They're over
perfect
here.
then.
It's great. You've done a great job.
Yeah. No technical issues today.
Yeah, what's up?
How you feeling about everything? You've been going through it.
Oh man, yeah, it's just been really rough. We've had some Windows 11 is just a challenge and a problem, and it's caused some driver
It's like the Unreal
issues.
Engine 5 of computers.
OSs,
Exactly. But I think we've resolved them all. We're waiting. We've got a bad RAM chip that is going to be replaced, but other than that, I think fingers crossed, we're all good.
Okay, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy you could be here for this very special episode of the Kind of Funny podcast. The world will never be the same after this Kind of Funny podcast.
That's true.
Because each and every week, 4, sometimes 3 best friends gather on this table, each come to talk about whatever is going on in their lives. If you like that, why not be here live with us? YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames, Twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, Apple, Spotify, all the podcast services under the sun to catch us gabbing with our friends. If you want to, you can super chat along with us, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames to be part of the show. Welcome back, Evan, who just re-upped their YouTube membership. Good to see you. Of course, if you want to go that extra mile, why not support us with a Kind of Funny membership like I already said? Get all the shows ad-free. Get, of course, your daily dose of me in a series we call Greg Way. And, of course, support a small business. Patreon.com/kindoffunnygames, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, Apple, Spotify, all that jazz. Patreon.com/kindoffunny, but they both work. But I was clearly off, and I was off.
I was doing the podcast service around the globe.
No, I know that. No, I know you weren't correcting me. You're great. And you got this neck.
I got a thick neck.
He hates it. He hates it. Everywhere. In Paris, there was neck.
I mean, I'm not kidding. There were 2 different people that brought up my neck just because of you. The power and influence that Greg Miller has worldwide, mind you.
It's a problem.
Yeah. One of the people I was talking to from France. Kind of wild.
You put up, I kind of felt bad yesterday. You put up the Instagram of you doing Pokemon Go in Paris.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
I know, but I went in the comments and I was like, congratulations. And the first 2 comments were like, you shouldn't even review it. You're not a Pokemon
the first
fan.
2 comments. Look,
that's when I was
want to let you know, Greg, that anything I do in life, any win that I have, any moment of anything, the majority of the conversation is just how you're better than me. Every single thing. And I've just come to deal with it.
because it's not true. You know?
Hey!
I'm just telling the
Kevin!
truth. What do you want me to say?
Nah, lie. I want you to lie. All Remember, of course, we are a small company all about live talk shows. Right now, we have, speaking of Kevin Coelho, a new premium collector's art print over on
yeah.
patreon.com/kindafunny. It, of course, Panda Musk making amazing posters for us every month to celebrate our 10-month anniversary or 10-year anniversary. He did this one in the Dune style for Kevin Coelho.
And what's perfect about this moment right here is that Christopher in the chat says, wait, is this Kevin? I've never seen Kev before. What a legend. So you get the real Kev and the glorious Kevin Panda Musk form on screen right now. Also, shout out to Christopher in general. I've been seeing him a lot in chat recently, and it's been very, very cool to see. So welcome to the community.
Welcome to the community. You can be part of it, patreon.com/kindafunny. Also remember, Friday, Kinda Funny Game Showdown is back. Can anyone stop my unprecedented run as your Kinda Funny champion? We'll find out. And also, who's Team Purple? I guess that's the narrative we're pushing.
You know what's great about this?
I three-peat. I lead Team Blue to its 3rd straight championship. I win the Nick Scarpino season. The headline coming into Friday is who's Team Purple.
Yeah, so Andy apparently retiring from Team Purple of Game Showdown. I've heard rumblings of this. I don't stand by it. I don't like it at all. Andy, come on. Step up your life. You know what I mean? I love having him.
Wait,
by
what
my
was the little
side.
disclaimer down there?
Oh, it's just saying Friday. I was just trying to. I was just trying to show it. Yeah.
Oh.
It looked like there was an asterisk. So I was just saying what's going on. Okay.
So I saw this amazing graphic. I love this. I love the question. I love the conversations that people are having about it. Who could it possibly be? I've been gone a week, so I don't know who it could possibly be. I have no idea.
Well, you know some possibilities.
I have possibilities, but I don't know. Anyway, I was asking Raj. I'm like, wait, I was like, dude, shout out to the graphic. This is awesome. Who is it? He's like, wait, you don't know? And so they now will not tell me. So
Good.
on Friday,
Good.
I'm going to learn alongside all of you, and it scares me a bit.
It should. Friday is still a ways away, though. We are, of course, making live talk shows every day. So far today, you've gotten Kinda Funny Games Daily about is Wolverine coming next year, and a games cast about what we would do if there were no new games for a year. It was a great episode.
Yeah.
You didn't believe in Clompers, but I did.
Oh, shout out to Clompers. No, I thought it was going to be a good episode, but I didn't expect it to be an amazing episode.
And it was.
That was awesome. I feel like it brought the best out of all of us, and I think that the chat was super into it. Like, it was cool just getting having prompts for having to think about which game fits each one is like a cool exercise. I think we should do more shit like that on Gamescast.
Maybe we will. The stream after this is going to be Silk Song with Andy. If you're a Kinda Funny member, you'll be getting a Greg Way after this. I'll record it. I pulled some stuff from the Gamescast Super Chats, and then I have other things to talk about. Thank you to our Patreon producers, James Hastings, Carl Jacobs, and Omega Buster. Today, we're brought to you by Shady Raisin Factor. We'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be one of the topics. Topics.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Timothy.
Yes.
A lot of cloak and dagger shit going on at this company.
Of course.
You heard there's going to be a Nintendo Direct. You dropped everything in your life and you ran to Paris. What was going on in Paris and what happened in Mexico?
What is my life, Kev? The
Wild.
two of the biggest Nintendo Directs in history, I am not able to actually be here reacting with everybody. I can't believe it. First off, we had an idea a direct was coming, but you always have an idea a direct is coming. You know,
Jeff
it's
Grubb won't shut up.
Oh man, we hear it might be happening. It's yeah, we know. And it started feeling a little more likely that it would be this week, but you can never confirm that. Anyway, I had this trip booked, I had this trip planned, so I couldn't be here. I did do the reactions though.
You did? Great
I was
stuff.
like,
I
have
appreciate
to do
that.
this.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy I did, so you can watch my reactions later. I also watched all of your reactions. Y'all did a great job. But yeah, so
Did we all do a great job?
Some of you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to talk about you, whether I like it or not.
Raichu, what? Who knows?
God,
Who knows?
Raichu is amazing. Just so
I was
damn
busy. I was tired. I was hosting. I was reading.
Yeah,
The man that
yeah.
says he's better than you. It's
I
ridiculous.
know. But yeah, so just getting this out of the way at the top of the show here. There are things I can't say. Obviously, embargoes and whatnot. So what led me to Paris, I cannot speak on.
Okay.
But I can
So-
speak on a lot of things about Paris.
Was it work related?
Yes, it was a work-related
okay,
thing of why I got there.
Okay,
But
fair
of
enough.
course, if you're going to Paris, I'm like,
You gotta hang out.
come with me, right? So she came with me, and that was awesome. We did a lot of cool things that I am excited to talk to y'all about. Have some fun stories. Similar to Mexico in the way that a lot happened.
Yeah, Oh, yeah?
a lot
that's right.
went down. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I am prepared to say probably the biggest thing, but I have other stories I want to get out of the way, talk through.
Okay.
So the big story that I want to talk about is going to be crazy.
After the ad break?
It will be after the ad
All
break.
right.
So just preparing everyone now. Okay.
Got it. Okay, fair.
But getting into that, and also there's just a lot of timing embargo stuff. It's complicated world.
Live
that
your
we
life.
in
It's okay.
here,
We're fine.
Right. But I've never been to Paris. Have you been
Wow.
to Paris, Kev?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
This is your first time?
This is my first time.
Oh.
When did you go? Because I remember you
It was my
being there.
honeymoon.
Yes.
So 2017, is that when I
Okay.
got married?
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah,
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I got you guys together, because I was like, I
Of
know
course.
you infamously went to Paris
2 times.
at the end of high school.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You
Junior
had
to
blue hair.
senior year.
Yeah,
No,
but
not
you-
yet. Not yet.
no,
I
no.
had
I
blue
remember
hair
you
then.
showed me all the pictures of it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then recently.
Yeah, after
with
the kind
Jen.
of funny London meet and greet, we went to Paris for
Oh, that's right.
days.
Me and G went to Prague.
And that's where we played. Me and Jen played that Pokemon game. My first
Let's
my
go
first Pokemon.
Pikachu
Yeah,
and
that's the
Eevee.
one. That's the one.
Yeah, that's fun. I love how much Pokemon, Pokemon Go, Let's Go, whatever, and Paris are always going to be intertwined in my mind, because
for sure.
this weekend happened to be a major Pokemon
And I
Go
mean-
event.
And don't forget the next one, the Pokemon Legends ZA that I'm reviewing.
It does take
Lumo
place
City.
in a facsimile
Exactly,
of
exactly,
Paris. Yeah. But yeah, Kev, so I forgot specifically, I do remember you being there,
Yeah.
though. Did you love it?
Oh yeah, I had a great time. I like, you know me, I like to plan ridiculous trips where we had like a bunch of stops and like ended at Victor Hugo's house. Paula's a big Victor Hugo fan, so we got to see the bed he died in. We pointed at it a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it was a great time. There's so much to see. I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, how many days
Good
were you
food.
there?
Oh, it was a very quick trip.
Okay.
We were, and honestly, I can't even answer that question, because it's like an 11.5-hour flight
Sure.
there and back, and time zones, and just like
Is it
life.
not longer coming back? Is it not
Was
like
it?
15 hours
Yeah,
coming
you
back?
you fight
No, I think
wind.
I think it might have been like 10 and then 11 and a half.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Either way, I am so discombobulated that like being there was no day that felt like a day, because we'd
Got
sneak in a
it.
nap here, sneak in a nap there. Like I think I had like 15 sleeps during what probably was a 3-day.
Were you
period.
able to time it where you go to sleep while you're going there, so you land
No.
and you're like, it's the morning?
There was
That
no
sucks.
good timing at all. First off, I can't sleep on planes, but more than that, it was just like we didn't really have much choice about choosing when to go and come back, and I had to go to Linkin Park concert, so like we couldn't extend the
course.
trip. We couldn't.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Like I spent good money on this.
Hey,
Like, you know,
whoa,
there
whoa,
was a
whoa,
lot
whoa,
going
whoa.
on. So yeah, that was very, very tough, but it ended up working out. But I think we were there for like 3 actual days
Okay.
of stuff. So fairly limited on planning and being able to like do what
Do
Kevin
stuff,
did and
yeah.
like do all the things. Having said that, we kind of did everything we wanted to. I think the only things I didn't get to was there was a couple like shows and things that I wish we had plenty of restaurants. We had a lot of great recommendations, like Lucy James and stuff gave us great stuff, but we couldn't fit it in. But I didn't get to go to Disneyland Paris, which like obviously
of course.
a bummer for me. If I had some extra days, I definitely would have done that.
Yeah.
But even then, a lot of the like Paris specific events and rides and attractions is the
Yeah,
word, are all under renovation right now. So I'm like, okay,
You didn't miss
it's
much.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I heard that Paris is like kind of one of the weaker Disney parks, but I'm like, I want to just check it off the list
Right.
of like
So
the
then it's done.
worldwide,
Yeah.
and it's done. I don't know if I'm ever going back to Paris, but whatever. So I didn't get to do that. But I got to do pretty much everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you go to the catacombs at all?
That was another thing we didn't get to do.
I didn't get that either.
Yeah,
Oh,
G-
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
sucks.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, our hotel was actually very close to the catacombs.
Yeah.
And we tried going, but they were sold out. Like that was
Gotcha.
just the thing where it's like, because it was so last minute. And overall, like the trip came up fairly last minute.
100%,
Like,
yeah.
maybe 2 weeks before we actually went. So yeah, didn't get to like actually do all the things we would have, but we lucked into a lot of opportunities that just kind of worked out in a great way. So like I have a lot of pictures and stuff and a lot of stories to tell. So
Yeah.
shall we start
I'm
there?
excited.
Yeah, I'd love for you to start. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing is I have questions, but I don't want to get in the way of whatever this audio visual journaling.
Well, yeah, we can go through this. So, Raj, if you could bring up, I'm so used to saying Kev. Yeah, so
with the newly renovated.
yeah, so Notre Dame obviously had a fire a couple years ago. You can kind of see on the left side
Yeah,
of it,
real
there's
bad.
some scaffolding, and like to the right, that's not captured in the picture, but like there's giant cranes that are trying to fix it. Like from the front, it looks awesome. From the side and the back, this thing is damaged.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're really, really, really trying to fix it. But
Stupid
what-
question. I assume you can't go in right now.
So what was great is you could, and what
Okay.
was super awesome is we get there, and I think we landed at like 8 a.m. Paris time.
Cool.
I was so fucked with sleep, like it was like so bad. But our
Because you left
hotel,
here at like 2 o'clock. Is that right?
yeah, flew 2 p.m. here,
Wow.
got there at like 8 a.m. something like that,
And you can't sleep on planes.
and can't sleep on planes. And then our check-in, we couldn't check in until like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
their time.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, then no early check-in or anything. And I was like, oh man. So we're like, let's just go try to do the things and check things off the list.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we have the day. And so we went here first, Notre Dame, and it was free. Like that kind of surprised me because a lot of other things were like incredibly expensive, even just to like get close to it. But yeah, hold on, don't go through this yet. Just go back to the first one.
Don't
there.
you fucking dare, Roger.
So we get there, we're like looking at it, and it's cool. And a lot of the other things were like really like quartered off. I was surprised that we can just like walk right up to this without any bullshit. And there was a line, and I was like, that's probably going to cost $1 bazillion. Free. You can go in. It's an amazing queue system where you walk, and inside, like it's like a U essentially. Like you walk through the whole thing, get to see it all, and you walk out. I'm like, what a great experience! Like, and it was so obviously everything in France is beautiful and old as hell. But how intricately designed, like every single bit of architecture is,
for sure,
inside and outside. It's honestly mind blowing. And we get there, and obviously, you guys know me. Everything is tied to some type of media where I'm just like, I don't really have interest in art and history.
Of course
but
not.
I do have interest in the Hunchback of Notre Dame, right?
Yeah.
And what about that do I care about the most specifically? Because, of course, I know my brother would care about it the most.
of course.
You have a guess?
The gargoyles.
The gargoyles,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm like, where the fuck are the gargoyles? So I'm here and I'm bitching to G, and I'm like, I've been sold a lie.
I mean, like, you're the reason Americans are viewed the way they're viewed. Where the fucking gargoyles for the cartoon?
Okay, I was pissed, but what's up, Kev?
Oh, I was gonna say, you know who wrote that book? Victor Hugo.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Pointed at his bed where he died.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where the hell are these goddamn gargoyles? Like, what's up with this? And I felt like I was gonna let my brother down if I
Yeah,
didn't find
you
it.
would have. Yeah.
So I stood there and I'm looking, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Enhance. Roger, go to the next one. I'm enhancing. I'm like, oh wait,
Yeah.
are they up there?
Yeah.
Enhance one more time. There they are.
There they
Ah.
are.
They're up there.
There they are.
And I was so happy to see these dudes like protecting this building. They didn't do a great job the last couple of years, but
Well, that was from the inside.
yeah, okay. So it
You
wasn't
know,
their
any
fault.
exterior things they got,
yeah. But anyways, I like popped the fuck off when I saw these dudes.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah,
but
as you
like,
should.
look at this, like how high up in the air this is, and like how beautifully designed this like shit that with your eyes, like you cannot see, or at least from any vantage point I had. I was very, very impressed with it, and
I just
it
love
was
you
a good
just
moment.
yeah, zooming in on these things.
Exactly. So that was great. And then we went to the Louvre.
Oh,
You know.
oh! Did you get they're discontinuing the DS tour? Did you get it?
No, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I saw Patrick Klepek just had a newsletter last week about
What's
taking
the DS tour?
Death
So-
Stranding,
Oh.
right?
No, 3DSs. They have,
Oh, wait, what?
The Nintendo 3DS they have at the Louvre, and it's for years been there of a guided tour where you take it and you walk around the museum and you can tap and get more information and stuff.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
it's discontinuing. I want to say at the end of September, but I might be wrong about that part. And Klepek just went on a family vacation. His daughter had been so hyped to do it, and he has a great piece from last week. You should all go read.
That's so interesting. Wasn't there a Death Stranding like museum thing?
Maybe
I don't know if it was
I don't recall.
Whatever. The Louvre is crazy. Did you go there?
No, it was closed. Well, it said it was closed. There were a couple things that said they were closed. We got there and it was like, it was definitely open. So we didn't like buy tickets or anything. And like on our way back to the hotel, which was right next to the Louvre, we saw people coming out and we're like, oh, I guess it wasn't closed. That sucks.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how big this thing is.
Yeah.
Like we're talking blocks and blocks, maybe
Was
a
the dude's
mile
house at one
long.
point.
Like, no way.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. Like definitely a spectacle of a building.
Yeah.
And you know, everything about it's fucking crazy. But the one thing was like, all right, let's go in. We gotta see it. The Mona Lisa.
You got it.
Roger, we go to the next picture there. Like everyone's always been telling me it's a lot smaller than you'd think. And this picture might make it look that way. I was actually like, that's about as big as I thought it was. Because when people said it was as small as you think, I thought
You
it was
think it's
gonna,
like a little-
yeah, like I thought
How
it was
big is
literally
it?
gonna be like
Show with your
a
hands?
like an 8x10, like a piece
Yeah.
of paper. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's like an 18 by whatever. And I'm like, oh no, it's like a nice 27-inch, 36-inch poster. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah, it's a good
I'm
size,
Like, that seems about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Greg?
I remember it being smaller than that. People tell you, and I still got there and I thought it was small. This is not the Gen trip. This is the high school trip where we went and did the Louvre. And we didn't do that when we visited this last time. But yeah, I remember it being small. A lot of people gathered around. A lot of other great art. It's one of the things that get overlooked. I threw this up there. Chris Scullion's article. The Louvre's Nintendo 3DS audio guide service is ending after 13 years. Klepek, of course, is cross-play. You should support it, but it's subscriber-based. I think if you go back to the top there, I think it said it launched in spring 2012. It's been going a long time.
It was interesting because I was just like, all right, cool. Like I I'm happy I saw it. You know, it's like, I'm not that interested in I really appreciate the art, but it's like I don't appreciate art that I don't know why to appreciate it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd love to go to a museum of things I care about and like the art of things that I know, but it's like I just don't have the attention span or just knowledge of like art history. But it's like I know the Mona Lisa, so I want to see the thing.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm happy I saw the thing.
Yeah, 100%.
That was great.
Is David there? I think David's there.
There's the Rodin Museum,
Okay.
which has a David, but we also have one here, so it's also like,
That is another one thing too. Is just like San Francisco has a lot of similar things.
Yeah, we have a little Louvre.
Vegas has a tower, an Eiffel Tower. So I'm like, what are we fucking doing here? That's a joke because really the Eiffel Tower was a highlight. Eiffel
Really?
Tower was
Well, hold on. Before we get away from how much better America is than everywhere else, did you see that the De Young is doing a manga exhibit coming up?
No, but see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that
Yeah,
sounds
it's
kind of
fucking cool. I'm going.
But no, real talk though, in the Louvre, like so much of the paintings, it's like, good lord. Like, in addition to the detail of the architecture and like how impressive it all is, it's like people were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
A lot of skill. There was a lot more color than I expected. I think obviously there's a lot of restoration with all of it, but the paintings popped a lot. It looked like the HDR was on, you know? So like that was pretty cool.
It's crazy to think that for a long time you could just smoke in these buildings. And
I
like,
mean,
they're just covered in smoke. You know what I mean?
Paris in general.
Yeah.
Those
Oh, yeah, it's
motherfuckers
pretty
love
cool.
to smoke, dude.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
And
God.
God
They
bless
love a
them.
baguette and they love to smoke. The rumors are true.
Get a ham and cheese baguette sandwich, some butter, walk around the streets eating that.
Yo, the amount of people that were just walking around with baguettes in their backpacks like they're water bottles.
Yep,
Oh, my
yep,
God,
yep,
we are
yep,
living
yep.
out here. Hilarious. But yeah, Eiffel Tower. Raj, if you can go to the next pick there.
I threw up I want to make sure we're calling up this art of manga thing coming up. I'm very stoked.
Yeah, that's sick. Eiffel Tower was a spectacle, man. Like this thing was freshly painted a couple years ago.
Did you walk up and be like, oh man, Superman 2?
I didn't. It's not that specific call
Gee,
out,
he
but
pushed an elevator with a hydrogen bomb out the top of this.
that-
Let out the nuclear man, remember?
I'll never forget. But yeah, this was crazy to walk up to. This was one of the things that was just completely surrounded by fences and gates. Like, then which people were saying that it's a newer thing.
Yeah, but like, what's the point of that? You know what I mean?
Bombs,
What are they?
I don't
You
know.
think so? They're trying to protect from that?
Probably.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was. I mean, there was a lot of political unrest. I'll tell you that. There's been a lot of riots.
Do they
stuff,
have the
and that
lights
was
going
true.
at night?
They do,
That's
and
cool.
I got some pics coming up of that, which was freaking
Yeah, that's
incredibly
dope.
cool. But yeah, I was very impressed with the Eiffel Tower. It was like the scope of it. It was also a beautiful day that we were there. I mean, some of it was a very chaotic city.
I think
Rain
their
1
government
hour.
just collapsed too, right? A little bit. Didn't their government just collapse a little bit?
They
been a
got,
lot.
they
Yeah.
got somebody out of there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of there was a lot of stuff going on, but in terms of just the weather, it was like 1 hour would be pouring rain, 1 hour would look like this, 1 hour it was just like all over the place. But it was luckily when we were at the Eiffel Tower, really really cool. But yeah, so this was me kind of approaching it, and then I actually got to go into it, which
yeah,
was
you
cool. Raj, if you go to the next one here, that's the butthole of the Eiffel Tower. It was cool, kind of like going and looking up straight into
And
that
remember,
thing.
this is where the elevator shaft was before Superman had to push it out the top. Then they got rid of this shaft.
Exactly. We did not have an elevator. Actually, I guess we did. We had an elevator, but it's going up one of the legs.
Yeah.
And that was kind of interesting. Everything in the Eiffel Tower was I just never thought about it. It kind of has to be shaped weird because the Eiffel Tower is shaped weird. So a lot of just diagonals and like spiral staircases and stuff. Felt like you're on a boat. I don't recommend going to those bathrooms. You know what I mean? They were disgusting. Just because I just feel like they're like all in weird little tiny places and like just the plumbing's
I
not
don't
great.
remember if I ever, I don't
Stinky.
remember if I went to the bathroom there. I don't remember.
Real stinky. Getting up there, if you go to the next pick, I love that they did this. When you get up to the kind of like base part, it's so much of the floor is just see-through glass.
That's cool. That's
or
cool.
Whatever it is. And it was awesome. Like I was just walking out there and I'm like, hell yeah, man, I could die at any point. There's a little net that'll catch you, which is cool. Some of the other parts didn't have the net. Felt like you're living on
That's
the edge. I think-
solid. That's solid.
Yeah,
Nothing's
maybe
gonna
the
happen at
next-
that place.
next
This is where they've
picture-
had accidents before.
Oh yeah, exactly. So they know.
This is
They
where
know it
somebody
needs a
else-
little extra protection there.
Some fat American fell through eating his chocolate crepe.
And then if you go to the next one here, this floor. It's just a floor. There's no net. And so it's like, okay, cool. But yeah, surrounding the Eiffel Tower, such beautiful, beautiful vistas.
So this
Like,
wowed you. This worked.
oh yeah, the
Okay.
Eiffel Tower was definitely a check the wow factor for Tim. Like, because sometimes you see things and you're like, okay, that's cool.
whatever.
You know what I mean?
We got a Golden
Empire
Gate
State
Bridge.
Building, you see it and you're like, I get it, but it's like hard
Don't
to look at.
disrespect it. Come on.
it looks great from afar. When you're near it,
How
it's
dare
like,
you.
all right,
No
cool.
Salesforce
Did you go up
Tower.
the Empire State Building?
Yeah, a long time
Okay,
ago.
all right.
And like, yeah, that stuff's cool.
There's 2 buildings now that I've gone up to, looked at, I'm like, I don't need to go up. I get
Yeah,
it.
I get it. I get
Eiffel
it.
Tower, the Empire State Building.
Yeah,
We were both like,
Eiffel-
it's
see,
fine.
what Eiffel Tower, what I appreciate is, unlike Empire State Building,
Uh-huh.
is that it's the only tall building. Very short city,
Yeah.
France,
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Like, it's like, you look out your hotel window and
See
it's
everything.
just like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everything's like 4 stories max, and every building looks like it's the same height, and this fucking Eiffel Tower is just like, fuck you all, you know, pretty cool. Good for
Yeah,
you,
it's
Eiffel Tower.
interesting. I remember, you know, I remember the view being cool. I don't remember the view well. I remember the photos I have from in high school of up there in the middle of the night, and then I have when Jen and I went, we had like I think caviar and champagne or whatever at like their one like restaurant
Yeah.
thing they had there or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We
we just
paid
went
too
to the
much for
base
the-
and there was like a little cafe, and we're like, let's go there instead of waiting in line for 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
great.
bad.
Yeah.
probably a good call. But yeah, so then that was like combination of day one, I think. But the cool thing was we had the opportunity to go on this little like cruise that goes through the little like canal that's all throughout Paris, and like it was insane. It's kind of like, hey, do you want to see every single one of the landmark events in Paris? You just take this goddamn cruise. So we went on it, and it kind of starts at the Eiffel Tower and just takes you through, and you get to see everything. It was awesome, Raj. If you bring up the first video there, so it kind of starts here, and it was just so cool to during almost sunset, right? Like she was very excited. That was great, and then there was like this. There was dinner on the cruise.
Oh,
So
nice.
that was nice, and
Was
it
it
was
good
pretty
dinner?
cool. Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fresh caught.
really good. Yeah. The food was interesting. Some of it was like, oh, this is awesome. Mussels and
Oh yeah.
frites, all that stuff. Big fan of. Steak over there, meat over there. It's not my favorite thing. I'll say that. But overall, pretty good experience food wise. I
Did you go
would
to the
say.
restaurant that just serves steak frites?
No.
It was an Eric Cast recommendation. I almost gave it to you, but I knew how busy you guys already were. I was like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
bother.
One thing that was funny, we ended up at this mussels and frites place that was the highlight food wise for me. But it was funny because the waiter was like did not speak English at all.
I was wondering about this too. Yeah, I know you don't. Does Gia speak any French?
No French.
Okay.
No. Spanish, yes. French, no. And you know, there's similarities, but there's also not.
No, yeah.
So it's a lot harder for me because I'm extra dumb.
A lot of pointing.
A lot of pointing, a lot of trying to figure things out. And I did okay overall.
Google Translate exists,
Yeah,
right?
and there's
Scan
so
it, and
many
you're like,
things.
good.
Yeah, but this waiter was like trying to communicate and doing it. He was awesome. But he was like asking, "Oh, where are you from?" And I was like, "San Francisco." And it's so funny because this came up so many times, like people asking, "Where are you from?"
Yeah.
And in our group of people that we ended up hanging out with, like so many of them default to saying America, and like I don't know what it says about me that I'm such a privileged elite asshole that it would never cross my mind.
I'm not from America.
To
Yeah.
say
I'm from San
America.
Francisco.
I just say
It's a
San
city
Francisco.
you've heard
But
of.
the thing
Yeah.
is, everyone knows.
Yeah.
And on top of that, get stoked. And it was so like kind of rewarding to me because we spent a couple days having this conversation and people like kind of making fun of me for saying San Francisco instead of America, even though it got me way better reactions than them saying. And a lot
Yeah.
of people aren't from SF, so they can't say that. But even some of them are from California.
Oklahoma. Get out of here. Nobody
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
cares. Nobody knows where that is.
And so I just stuck to it and I was just like, fuck it. I was like, they know where it is. I'm proud of it. Like, whatever. And I know there's an equal amount of people that would hate on me for it. So
Yeah.
deal with it. But I told this guy and he popped the fuck off, got so excited. And I couldn't tell why because he couldn't speak English. And he runs off and then he grabs his phone. He comes back and his wallpaper on his phone is Alcatraz.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And he was just obsessed.
You tell
with
them they're thinking
Alcatraz.
about reopening it?
No, but I did tell him that I proposed to Gia
Yeah. Oh,
on
yeah. I'll show you the
Alcatraz.
video.
And explaining that was so hard because he didn't know what propose meant. So I had to be like, I'm trying to like mime it a little bit, and he couldn't really get it. So I pulled up the video, and then he got so excited. But he,
That's amazing.
And all of this was explained without words, really, just like light, miming and stuff. He explains to me that years ago, him and his friends came from France to San Francisco and did a road trip down to Vegas.
It's a long drive.
And he got the coordinates tattooed on him.
Oh, cool.
Of San Francisco
Yeah.
and Vegas.
Okay,
And
that's
I'm like,
cool.
he was just so hardcore into it. I was like, this is awesome. Like, it was just such a fun little moment that just felt really special just because it was like, what are the chances?
Yeah.
Meeting a guy with Alcatraz on his
That's
phone.
awesome.
Like, so funny.
Did
you
free
show him
stuff?
your Vegas videos?
No. I know Vegas too.
They brought me on stage. Yeah.
You know the Jabberwockies. But yeah, so that was great. But yeah, on this cruise, it was such a cool experience because we're eating this good food, amazing views left and right. And what was cool is me and G were kind of facing different ways. So I kept feeling like I was getting the short end of the stick or she was getting the short end of the stick. The cruise goes back the other way. So I got to switch.
Cool.
And so we kind of had this like day-night situation going, and it was just very, very cool. And then a singer comes out on the boat. And I'm just like, this is going to go one of two ways. And it's more likely to go a way I don't like. And thank God it didn't.
Yeah.
She had the voice of an angel and was just such a fun like lounge singer. And one of my favorite things, and I mean this authentically, is great singers that don't speak English singing English songs. Where everything's just like a little off.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me of like I think the first time I noticed it was on the Gorillaz' first album, the song 19-2000, the get the cool shoe shine. Like it's a Japanese woman singing English, but like she doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
And there's just like this quality to it that like I might sound crazy right now, but it's like I've always just been really endeared to that.
Sure.
And she had that going on, and it was just awesome. And she's singing all these like great songs.
Melissa with a Y. Tim, you'll love K-pop.
Yeah. She started singing Ave Maria. And I'm just like dying just thinking about you. I know the Batman's not necessarily like your DC touch tone, but like everything that's slightly off makes me think about Greg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, it was cool.
It's worked.
It was
like, that's just your plan.
I've infected him.
I know it's the long con.
He brought the Ave Maria, and I went, oh, no. I thought I had told the story of it playing at my grandma's funeral. Oh, you mean the Batman? I don't remember it from the Batman, but I'm sure it was there.
But and I think I tie it to you mainly because during the interview, you had a lot to say about it.
Oh, and then I of course sang Ave Maria when I had everybody come out for your funeral in the Tim Gettys.
That's right.
And that too. Maybe it's all of those combined.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is my life? But yeah, her singing was just awesome. Like it ended up like really adding to the vibes of everything.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then a fucking fun surprise. It's nighttime. Raj, if you can bring up the next video. You brought this up earlier, Kev. But like the Eiffel Tower just starts sparkling. For 5 minutes, every hour on the hour after sunset, the tower just lights up and does this amazing sparkle thing. And like the Bay Bridge in San Francisco does this as well. Like
I don't think it does anymore.
Well, thanks to a bunch of dumbass fucking tax things.
Fucking Obama.
And it was beautiful and it was awesome.
Oh, it is cool.
But like this is different because it is such a standout in the entire city.
Yeah.
Your viewpoint from anywhere. And it was just such a fun moment where it just felt like everybody kind of stops what they're doing and looks at it. And like, I know it's a very touristy thing, but like I live in SF. When cool stuff happens in SF, I still look at it. Like I would go out of my way or time a trip across the Bay Bridge or around the downtown just to see the light show. Like it's so cool. Did you get to see this when you went?
Yeah, so when I went, it was only on special occasions, and something had happened that day where they had to go on, so I was very excited to see it.
You being there, Kevin, that was the special occasion.
Yeah, I think it was a death. No.
Langley M. Neely says, I know some people hate the lights. People hate fun.
Fuck 'em.
You know what I mean? And then SCLSU Mud Dog says, I'm pretty sure that's illegal in France to show. I wonder what they're talking about.
I don't know.
Show something crazy?
I don't think so.
No, I think it's probably just a joke that made
gargoyle?
sense in context with what they're doing over at chat. Don't worry about the chat. That's my job. Remember we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah. So that's cool. But anyway, so then after that, I was like, you guys have any questions so far? Are we good?
So far, so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after that we've checked the list off of like, all right, cool. We did the landmarks. We did the museums that were able to fit in here and like that are of interest to us. We couldn't do the catacombs. Couldn't do XYZ. Whatever.
Did you go to the Modern Art Museum?
No.
The Centre Pompidou?
No.
Okay.
It's a fun name though.
Yeah.
No, I did not. Again, because we did a lot of, there wasn't time to plan. We kind of just got to do what we got to do. But the things were like, all right, what do we want to do? And this is where this gets very Tim Gettys, everybody. I'm like, all right, we're going to Paris. What's my favorite thing to ever happen in Paris? John Wick 4.
Oh, that's right. The stairs.
The staircase scene in John Wick 4. One of my favorite movie scenes, period. Hard stop. I think it might be the greatest action movie scene of all time. I'm not going to spoil too much. I'm just going to spoil an action bit here if you haven't seen John Wick 4 because I want to explain this to Greg Miller.
Thank you very much. Never seen any of them.
In John Wick 4, there is a point where it's like John Wick has to get to the top of this staircase by a certain time, or else bad things are going to happen.
Sure.
And so it's a very famous staircase, and it's 222 steps, and he has to get all the way up the stairs. And as he's going up, there are dozens and dozens of people trying to stop him from getting up these stairs. Guns, fights, everything you would expect from knives. Like, oh my God, everything being thrown at this man. And he makes it all the way up the stairs. Takes a very long time. And when he gets to the tippy top, somebody fucking Spartan kicks him, and he falls down the stairs. And he continues to fall down every single one of the 222 stairs. And it is one of those collective theater moments that I don't know has ever been rivaled. We always talk about the Endgame, the portals, obviously, but more so in Spider-Man Homecoming, opening the door, and it's like the collective gasp of what happens there. There's a moment here that it is a collective like, like we did not want that to happen to him. Like it was crazy. And so then he falls all the way down, and then he goes up, and then eventually he gets to the top, and there's this beautiful church, and things from the church happen, and he looks out and he sees this amazing vista. So I'm like, cool, we're here. We got to do it. So we took a very long Uber, relatively, to get to this place, and I'm so happy we did. Roger, if you could bring up my Instagram, please.
Such a good photo.
I had to start with me falling down the stairs. Which was
did anyone pay attention? First off, is this a tourist attraction? Like people are there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a tourist attraction before John Wick. Definitely one now.
Okay.
Like,
but like the stairs weren't, right? I think it was the top.
Well, the top, definitely. It is
the tourist attraction. Now I think people are doing this.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I didn't see anyone else fall. So I was pretty proud of that.
The out of focus.
I know.
It's so funny.
But so there's a story
like, Gia,
here.
you have to poke him.
Well, we had so many different pictures, right?
Okay.
Because we were trying. I was like,
you've been
this
with
is
Tim.
what I want.
You've been with Tim. This wasn't the only shot.
I need to get the Instagram post. If there's one Instagram post that I want to get right, it's this one.
You nailed it so hard.
And so yeah, we got this, and then if you continue on, Raj. This is me at the top. I'm so tired.
Oh, that's a legitimate tired?
So very tired, okay? And I'm so tired here. But it was about this moment that I'm like, we're here. We did the fake fall down picture. I did the picture at the top. I was like, I got to actually film walking up all the stairs.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
So we went back down. And I'm like, well, he did it. John Wick did it. I can do it, too.
Trained mercenary.
There's this video. I don't know if Instagram allowed me to like post the entire thing. It took me 3.5 minutes.
That's not bad.
To walk up all the stairs.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I'm not saying that in any context of good or bad. I'm just saying
that's like less than 1 step a second. You know?
Yeah. Well, a lot of it I started speeding up because I'm just
actually that's really close. So that actually might be a little bit more than a step a second, right? Because we're talking about.
I was dying.
Yeah.
And in the actual video file, I think on the Instagram post I put some John Wick music over it, but in the beginning here, I'm just kind of like breathing normal. By the end of it,
Snow Mike Mike in it. Snow Mike Mike in it.
But I had to commit. I had to do it. And yeah, G was walking up, and
she was fine.
You see her right there. She's wearing like the little red skirt. But anyways, so yeah, go to the next one.
I like how she left your ass.
Yeah,
she's like, I'm going.
Again, going up and down a lot. So she was kind of just doing her own thing.
But why not do it in order where the first time you go up, you record it?
I just didn't think about it until I was at the top. Then I'm like, well, I gotta fucking do it. So then you get to the top, and this is where an infamous duel happens in John Wick, which is fucking awesome. And then the next, and also a beautiful church. And this was definitely like maybe.
Oh wow, great view.
Yeah, and so this is the view that he looks out on, which is so cool.
He goes, yeah, I think I'm back.
And then hit the next one, Raj.
I'm back.
There's an elevator next to the stairs. He should have just took that.
Yeah.
Everything would have been fine had he just took the elevator, you know?
All the other guys are sitting there with their clubs and guns just watching them.
Exactly. And one thing that is funny, you can't see it in any of these pictures, but there's this like one giant staircase that's like straight. And then there's like a couple offshoots that in the movie, you just see all these dudes
coming out of
piling in from. And it's funny because it's like in the movie, it seems like all those staircases are equally long. They're not. They're like 10 stairs each, and it just like goes to street afterwards. I'm like, God, movie magic.
Dumb question. Was it filmed on location or was it?
Oh, it had to be. Oh, yeah. And I mean, dude, like this little incline that you're seeing, steep as shit.
Okay.
So it's like when you see these dudes in the movie, we rewatched the scene last night, and it was so cool to see like where we were, and like definitely shot on location,
Okay.
and it's a great effect. And what was so impressive is the locals that just treat this as a workout spot, and they're running up and down these stairs,
cool.
weighted backpacks on, like it was so impressive. But like walking down, there was this one woman on her phone, like just totally chill, as if she's like, this is just her casual like walk to work or something. She had a Pomeranian. So many Pomeranians in Paris, which I appreciated. And this little Pomeranian, I wish I got a picture, but I couldn't. Running down this slope, the little legs just going, and it looked like it was his happy spot. Like he's just used to doing this, but I couldn't imagine Moose should be tumbling down this thing. Like it would have been a disaster. But so great to see. Go to the next pick. I think it's just, this is just, I took one pick of G at night because we stayed there that long going up and down, but with all the different lights. This is more how it looked in the movie.
Yeah, I just love the idea of you going up and down all day, and now it's nighttime.
I know.
It's like
really,
he
it kind of
gets
was
up there on the second walk. He's like, G, it'd be really cool if it was nighttime, and they just he makes her go sit in like a cafe or like the lights.
Yeah. I mean, that's not fully off. Like we did, because I was like, the street lights aren't on, whatever. And then
they call it the City of Lights, so you gotta wait for it, right?
Exactly. So then after that, I was like, all right, let's keep the Tim Gettys going to movie places
gotta
stream
keep the
going.
Tim Gettys going.
So now, Raj, if you can transition back to the pictures to number 12 here. We had to go to one of the most iconic spots in Paris movie history in my mind. Moulin Rouge.
All right.
Get you.
Exactly. This is one of the things that, unfortunately, due to planning, we couldn't actually go to see
Got
a
it.
show. We would have loved to do that. But we did get to go outside. Ton of people outside taking pictures. There's the windmill. Pretty freaking
It's
cool.
red.
Yeah. And it was just exciting to see.
Was John Leguizamo there?
He wasn't there, Can. But I was very stoked to see this. And then we had dinner around this area. They would call it the red light district, and it kind of is, but it's kind of like North Beach in San Francisco, where it's like one block is like great Italian food, and the other block it's like, all right, there's some strip clubs, but like it wasn't seedy or anything.
Sure.
But the youth were popping off. This is where all the cool 20-year-olds are smoking and getting into whatever they're getting into. But 2 blocks away from this, as we were walking to a restaurant, there was just one strip of storefronts that fucking slayed me. If you could bring up the next one.
Yeah.
There's a store. This is called Sex, next to Porno Shop, next to Toy Star.
Yeah.
And then a couple doors down from that, the next picture.
This is such, I'm in a video game and they don't have any licenses.
Sexy store and sex shop.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck yeah, guys. Why not?
Did you go in Sexy Store?
No, we didn't go to any of these, but I
Cowards.
did love that they were this close to Moulin Rouge. So good for you, everybody. Getting out of
These
the
are good
kind of
photos too. You got a nice
there's
bleed
a
here
lot
on the
going
neon.
on.
I like
Yeah.
this. Art.
So moving on from the movie stuff into more just video game
Yes,
stuff.
please.
Well, first off, Expedition 33. Like, I'm so happy I played that game this year going here. It was like
They nailed it.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even joking about that stuff because like that is true. They did, but like just the vibes in general. Like
Sure.
it was so special. Honestly,
I had something similar happen with Assassin's Creed,
yeah.
and where it's like, Paula, I've climbed up there.
Well, that's my thing too. And often when we travel, I'll see places and I'm semi-familiar with them because of video games. Like Gia always brings up like how shocked she was in Tokyo, how I knew words and knew train station names and stuff. She's like, how do you know this? And I'm like, just video games and movies and anime and stuff. Like you just kind of get it, right? And Tony Hawk levels give me an idea of the Disneyland version of certain cities and stuff. So it's always kind of fun. But I didn't have too many touchstones to Paris otherwise. So it was kind of interesting.
in Paris.
That I brought that up many times. But there was one interesting set of graffiti that I kept finding everywhere. And unfortunately, I only took like 2 pictures of them. I wish I took more. But the next picture here, there's like just video game graffiti all over the city.
That's cool.
And I couldn't tell like what was the story, if it was like one group doing it, but it's like this like pixelated video game art. Picture 15 here. Like this one, it's Chun-Li and Cammy doing illicit things.
Yeah, I've seen this video.
But
Well, this is, I mean, clearly like kissing, but it's also, I think, aping that poster.
the kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Prominently displayed in Tim's house for many years.
For many years.
The Antler House for sure.
But in addition to this one, there was like Space Invaders all over the
nice.
place. Or there was like Ryu from Ninja Gaiden. Like there was just like a lot. And then the next picture, like even in some like bathrooms like that had actual like tile work. I don't know. But there was like this Donkey Kong. Like,
Oh, that's
it was just cool. So it
cool.
was like kind of interesting that like there was this
Video game subculture throughout. Yeah.
And I was telling my brother about the graffiti in general without mentioning this stuff, and he said that one of the more prominent graffiti crews in France is called the One Up Crew. And I was like, I wonder if they're tied,
it's
you know? Because he was saying that like that crew doesn't have like individual names, like they all just do it as a group. So I was like, maybe that's part of that. But anyway, thought that was interesting. And then of course, speaking on video games, I'm in Paris. What am I gonna do?
You are gonna Pokemon Go.
I'm gonna Pokemon Go, Kevin. It's what I'm gonna do.
Did you find any special Pokemon while you were there?
Yeah, Mr. Mime, he's only over there. You know, I already had one, but I bought a bunch back. Your Furfrou, he gets exclusive little haircuts out there.
Yeah,
it was great. It's fantastic stuff. I texted Andrew Goldfarb.
I saw.
And he woke up, he posted about this. He like all I texted him was like, yo, I'm in Paris. You need any Pokemon? It's just like, God, the life that I live. But it was great because there was a Paris-specific Pokemon Go event. Just coincidentally perfect for me.
Your life.
And it was a stamp rally, which is a newer feature that the game has added. They've only done it in Japan so far. So this was the first outside of Japan. And I love that it happened here because the idea of it is there is a walking path that takes you through a bunch of iconic locations of the city. And you have to do them in order. And every time you get to the next one, there's 7, I think, stamps that you have to get. And in the game, you walk to them and you can get a stamp in the game. And by the end of it, you get a special Charizard that you can make evolve. And I was like, cool. This is great because A, I love Pokemon Go. We can play it. B, it's an excuse to like do a cool walk and see a bunch of cool Paris stuff. And G's going to be down for it because it's like kind of 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah,
She's going
she gets to walk around.
She
can see the art and the history bullshit.
Exactly. So that was all great. So yeah, picture number 1, Barrett, if you can bring, or sorry, Roger, if you can.
It's
bring
funny
up.
because Barrett was in here for 5
I
seconds.
just saw Barrett walk out. That's
Jesus.
why. The most Pokestops I've ever seen, and it's because it was an official Pokemon.
You
Go
were in
event.
hog heaven.
I've never
Spinning
been
left
to
and right.
an actual Go Fest. I've never been to an actual Pokemon Go event. Like I've been to, like the global stuff that they do, but this was so crazy because not only was like, so this was like at some mall in Paris, and it's just like, God, just so much insane stuff going on. And it started there. If you go to the next picture, at this mall, they had this giant activation that was like supporting Pokemon ZA, right? It's like teaching you about Mega Evolution, and that's like a 3D model of Lumio City, which was just very cool to see. And every time you go to the next stamp location, there'd be like other activations, like other like little like kiosks and things. And
That's
it was
really
just
cool.
like very, very cool because it's like
was this like miniatures or
Yeah.
like what? So it was physically little.
It kind
was
of looks like a
physical.
hologram, right?
Yeah, that was physical. That was a physical thing, which was cool. If you go to the next one, it's me and my boy Caterpie. You know what I
his
mean?
favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I wouldn't have posted this otherwise, but if we completed the stamp rally and posted a picture of us with a Pokemon, we can win a trip to Tokyo. I'm like,
Oh,
might
well,
as well
fuck it,
try
you
it.
gotta go.
You know what I mean? So then the next picture was me and the group I was with, which is a ton of the game's media home. You got Brian Shea from Game Informer, down the bottom Rika from CNN, KC, Steve Bowling from Good Vibes Gaming, Shannon Liao, like Jake Decker. Like it was just awesome. Like very, very cool.
Fuck yeah.
And so this crew ended up kind of doing the whole walk together. And it was awesome. It was like 3 hours of us walking, but like it felt like a cultural event. It felt worth it. You know what I mean? Another waste of time in Paris because we were doing all the Paris things.
Can we talk about how everyone in this photo looks like they could come host Kind of Funny, except Brian Shea, who looks like the coolest fucking person I've ever seen in my goddamn
Well,
life.
the best thing about Brian is that his bags got lost. So
This outfit the entire time.
well, not this outfit, I wish, but he literally had nothing to wear. So he had to go shopping, and so he bought some outfit that he didn't necessarily want that he had to wear for like multiple days.
Yeah.
And then this was when he finally got his stuff back,
Nice.
and he's like, "This is me, baby."
The style, man.
Fucking love that guy. All these are great people, but so that was cool. So then, speaking of Pokemon here, right?
Yeah.
Moving from Pokemon Go to Pokemon ZA,
Which I will be reviewing, everybody. It's me, Greg Miller.
All right. It takes place in Paris.
Why?
Right.
Stop taking things from him.
Has he not had enough? Back to you.
Lumio City. It's Paris.
Yeah.
Right. And it was from Pokemon X and Y back in the day on the 3DS. Now it's being beautifully realized. Beautifully being, a big word. It's funny because we talk about the Switch performance and like how the games look and all that stuff. And these new games running on Switch 2, it's like, all right, cool. They don't look like utter garbage compared to other games in terms of sharpness and resolution, but there's still just a problem with the overall like art style of the games that just isn't vibing. And like, I still stand by all of that. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't like the way these games look. I get it. I don't accept it, right? But one of the bigger problems I have had with Pokemon Legends ZA specifically is not the resolution or the performance, FPS and all that. It's just how everything just looks like copy and paste tiles and boxy as hell. And just like, there's just like, why does every building look exactly the goddamn same?
Yeah.
So if you bring up this
I like where
picture,
this is going.
Raj, I'm like, you look at this and you're just like, literally it just looks like
This is a
copy and
screenshot if you're an
paste.
audio listener from the game I will be reviewing, Pokemon Legends ZA. And yeah, it's you know, a blocky city there.
Yeah, so I'm just like very blocky, very just kind of like, all right, this is just the same shit over and over and over. Outside the loop, I look over and I had this like moment of realization. If you go to the next picture, they fucking nailed it.
They crushed it. They fucking crushed it.
Like, I could not believe it. I'm like, holy shit, this is the game come to life. And it's like, all right, cool. Yeah, it could look a little better. It would just look a little
Just
better.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
You
nailed
know what
it.
I mean? So congratulations, Pokemon Company. You did it. You have made Paris.
The most accurate looking Pokemon game to date.
Yes, exactly. So I love that. So that was pretty much like the main moments of everything. You guys have any questions, any thoughts on all that?
No, I mean, it looked
Pretty
great.
cool,
Looked like
yeah.
a lot of fun.
Very cool. So there was one other thing that we did in Paris that I'm very excited to talk to you guys about. When are we going to do that though, Greg?
We're going to do it right after I remind you about the Kinda Funny membership. Of course, on patreon.com/kindafunny, youtube.com/kindafunnygames, Apple and Spotify. You can kick us $10. Get all of our shows ad-free. Get the ability to see me from my car each and every day for 15 to 20 minutes. And then, of course, get good karma for supporting a small independent business. But right now, you're not using your benefits. So here's a word from our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Shady Rays. You know that moment, the one when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach or on the roof of your car or in that gas station miles away. We've all been there. Nick Scarpino once left a pair of sunglasses in Vegas, and I've never heard the end of it. It wasn't my fault, but now they're Shady Rays. They've changed the game. These sunglasses are made for real life, seriously good looking, polarized, durable, and not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose or break them even on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, no replacements. So now Nick can wear his sunglasses without fear on urban hikes, at comedy shows, at the old folks' home, wherever. Shady Rays is eyewear that has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use the code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. That's shadyrays.com, code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. This episode is brought to you by Factor. Fall always feels like a reset. Between back to school, busier routines, and shorter days, finding time to cook can be tough. That's why I love Factor. Their chef prep, dietitian approved meals make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious no matter how hectic the season gets. Factor removes the work and gives me a delicious, healthy meal in mere minutes. You can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, and for the first time ever, try Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and more. Eat smart at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use the code kindafunny50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That again is code kindafunny50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with the code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
We're back. Sorry. Fucking
Scream from control rack, because Mike's in there distracting him.
Yeah, he's talking to me. He's telling me about. I'm like, get away from me.
Well,
Right, just you, Mike. That was all
Mike's
on you.
probably going to have to join us at least in a couple minutes because it feels fairly relevant for what we're about to say, but we'll get to that later.
Timothy
Yes.
Gettys. What else do you have to say about Paris?
I want to be a dad.
Has nothing to do with Paris, but I love it.
No, what
I know,
else did
obviously,
you-
I get emotional saying it right now, but yeah, this is something that I've known about for 22 weeks, give or take, which is absolutely crazy. And I joked earlier that the John Wick Instagram post was the one that I had to get right. this was the Instagram post that I had to get right. I'm very, very excited that G and I got to go to Paris, had an amazing, very just lovely opportunity to have this all happen because in addition to it being the city of romance, we weren't really planning a baby moon of any sort or whatever. So this kind of just like serendipitously happened in a beautiful time. But on top of that, we aren't saying her name yet, baby girl. We're not saying her first name yet because we want to meet her, make sure that it's right. But we are saying that her middle name is going to be Mael, which is one of the main characters in Expedition 33. One of her kind of not catchphrases, but main things is tomorrow comes. And that feels very apt for all of this.
If you are an audio listener, we are looking at Tim's Instagram right now where he has adorable photos of him, G, and Baby to Be outside of the Eiffel Tower. The caption reads, Baby Gettys arrives January 2026. We aren't ready to reveal her first name quite yet, parentheses. We got to meet her first to make sure it's right, but we are absolutely in love with her middle name, Mayel.
Yeah. And there was a lot of talk about her first name being Mayel because we love that name so much. It's so pretty and just feels so great. But we have a first name we like even more. So
Gregina.
we're holding off on Gregina.
Gregina Mayel.
a classic name.
Rimothy, there's been a lot of things that we've thrown around.
Paul is on the table.
That's right. No one
we'll
used
Not
it.
claimed.
Yeah.
I will say that there were a lot of names on a list that are what people might expect from us. It will not be named Hype. I can tell you that now.
Heartbreaking.
Multiple people have.
It doesn't make
have
sense for a
thought
gal.
that.
I get it.
And yeah, I don't want to say too much about the name at all. But I will say it's a name. It's a real name. Okay. What's it say? Like what do y'all think about me that you think I'm gonna name this kid like some freaking weird ass shit?
Well,
it says the right things. You know me well, and I appreciate
That's
that.
where I want to start the conversation right now. Obviously, I'm so happy we can finally talk about this.
Yeah,
I'm always
everyone
so,
at Kinda Funny
I
has
get
known.
so fucking scared that I'm gonna fuck it up and say something somewhere. So I'm always happy that. But for Mayel being the middle name, was this a sell to Gia?
No.
Okay.
No,
Does she know the game? Does she care about the character? Was it just a pretty? You're like sat down with all the names like me and Jen did and wrote it all out. You're like, this is why this matters to me and X, Y, Z.
Yeah, a lot of that happened, right?
Okay.
A lot of just time. I mean, I've been with her for almost 11 years now, because it was 10 years at my wait, it's been 11 years.
Oh my God, you forgot your anniversary.
No, yeah, wow, that's crazy. But anyways, there's been a lot of baby talk, like name talk of like, if we had a kid, what would we name it? We've had lists for years. It is hilarious looking at those lists and being like, what the fuck were we thinking? Like, there was some wild stuff on there. But no, the Mayel was not a hard sell. It was actually like one of the only names that we had that was like, oh, this is both of us. We're like, we love it. And she did not play Expedition 33, obviously, because she just isn't into video games like that. But she's been very interested in the story, and I think more than anything, interested in my love of the game. And like me and my friends' love of the game, and like she's been so fascinated by how it's taken over. So much conversation, so much like I don't even know the words to put into it, but like this game feels important. Like there's so much about it, like the music of it, the story of it, the characters, Male in particular, in a lot of ways, all of them in particular, but. Yeah, there's just a lot going there that I was like, this feels right. So when I said it to her, she was like, oh yeah, that's it. And again, there was conversation about it being the first name, but second felt right. And for those that don't know, Raj, if you could bring up the Instagram again, the first picture there, like she's doing a casual male cosplay there. In Expedition 33, they all have the baguette costumes, but this is actually like. That costume's only in the game because it's Mayel's outfit in the very beginning of the game. And the music I'm using in this Instagram post is Mayel's theme, which, it's me, had to do it. But yeah, being in Paris through all this was like kind of a special moment. It was like, whoa, man, this is so cool. And it felt very special. And we bought a little baby shirt that looks like that. Little
nice.
So we're excited for her to fit that. But yeah, this is it's crazy, you guys.
What a big moment. Yeah.
I know. I've been so excited to tell all of you listening or watching right now for a long time, and it's been hard. And like the amount of things that have happened. I mean, first off, let's just call it what it is. Everything has already changed, right? I always tell you, it's just like, oh man, like your life's gonna change and all that stuff. It's like the amount of things for me that I'm like, oh man, well that's over, and like not good or bad things. I'm just saying it's like there's just such a shift.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a very emotional guy. I don't know if you guys know
I've
that.
caught on to that.
I'm easily excitable. I react to things in a lot of different fashions. But it's been interesting watching like even the most recent Nintendo Directs, and they announced the Rosalina storybook.
Yeah.
That shit hits me different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
like, oh
I
my
had
god,
my tab open all day, refreshing.
Yeah, it's like it's so cool that the just way that everything's changed, the conversations that we've been having, like the decisions we have to make, you know, and like I specifically wanted to have you two on the show today, obviously for many reasons. You two are my closest friends, you're my closest family, but also you are two examples of people that have done amazing jobs so far of raising kids. So it's like
They're alive. That's the biggest thing to keep going.
Yeah, and I've said this to both of you before, but me and G feel very, very, very special and lucky that we have so many friends and family that are starting to have kids now. And so far, everyone's done such a great job. And it's like the best advice that I've heard from everybody consistently has just been everyone's going to be different. Like just figure it out. Like you just, as long as you're paying attention and trying, like you're doing it right. And I've seen all of y'all do that. So it's just been, I feel very supported. I feel very loved, not just by the people that have kids, but like even the rest of Kind of Funny, like have shown so much support, and a lot of my other friends and family too. But I don't know. This is crazy, you guys.
How does it feel right now to be able to, you've said it, it's public, it's out there now.
I'm shaking a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this has been bottled up, and like I know G's in a work meeting right now, unfortunately, because we're later today than
She must be pissed.
we'd planned to be. But
Sorry, G.
I can't wait for her to see everything and like look at all the comments and look at everything. Like it's
Already a bunch of amazing comments in there, including, of course, Ben Starr. I love him being in there. Tomorrow comes.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. And it was cool. Like I've been like telling people as it comes, because you don't want to say things too early because there's a lot can happen, and a lot still can happen. Obviously, that's part of the reason we don't want to say the name yet. But so far everything's been great. Every check-in, every doctor's visit and all that stuff, it's passed all the tests. It has all its legs and fingers and stuff. Which
that's key.
That was key.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been nuts, and we both wanted a girl. I think that's the other thing is like we would have been great no matter what. I don't want to put too much into the gender because it really doesn't matter. But just in terms of sensibilities and like some of the non-negotiable, the facts of how things are different. Andy Cortez, I love you, bro.
Excited to become a TO2, another baby.
Yeah.
But I have a really big announcement as well
Fuck.
for everybody here. That it's really cool to kind of share the stage with you, who obviously just alerted the world to amazing news. But I'm also going to be a father.
Oh no!
That's good.
I
didn't know where it was going, but it's a good one.
That's not going up there.
Oh my god! Oh no!
I remember when we bought that outfit. I was like, "This is a mistake. It's a
Look at
bad
this.
idea."
Yeah, there it is.
If you're an audio listener, Andy's wheeled out his newborn son, Nicholas Scarpino Jr., in a onesie, who's drinking
really
iced coffee out of a bottle. Roger's laughing, and there's a lot of leg and crotch we're seeing.
there's
you know what I mean?
He's
He's got a
I've ever
binky.
seen. Of
It's
Nick,
Coke
honestly.
Zero in the bottle.
Oh, Coke Zero? Sorry, I look like
yeah.
iced coffee to me. I thought it was one of those.
So this is my baby. I'm glad to introduce him to the world, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
that
man, he
binky
dropped
went
the
places.
binky. I saw Andy walk in and grab a chair. I'm like, what could
Me and
this
Kevin
be?
gave each other a look.
Yeah, I was like, "Why is that?"
It's rare that I'm not
There's
the
like
guy.
a heat resonating from him. I don't like it.
Oh,
Kevin, I think he likes you. He's looking at you, Kevin. He's imprinting on you, Kevin.
no,
He's imprinting on you.
He's imprinting.
Say mama.
Give him some skin to skin. Wheel him
Love you.
away. Get that monstrosity out here. Oh, God. Congratulations, Andy.
Oh, he's coming
that
back.
is
He's coming back for a sincere moment in his onesie.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
man, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't wait to be a cool Uncle Nick.
Yes.
Oh,
don't look
God,
at
I
it.
looked
Don't look
straight
at
into it.
God damn.
Oh,
God
man.
damn. That is a Pikachu onesie if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Oh, man. I can't wait for the Pokemon stuff. You kidding me?
Oh, I know.
Ben's
I
been
know. I
such
know.
I'm watching this, and I'm waiting for Henry, too. You know what I mean? Right now, he's still figuring it
Yeah,
all
it's a little
out,
like
but we'll
you can't get him
there.
to concentrate on stuff, but like once we get there,
Yeah.
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 You have a lot of fun in front of you. Is that where you are? Is it just the excitement? Is it fear? Is it everything mixed in? Where are you at with any of that?
Oh, it's all of it. I mean, y'all know me, and everyone listening and watching, like, y'all know me. Y'all know
Yeah.
Tim Gettys. You just heard me talk about the John Wick stairs and all this stuff. It's like I'm a very particular type of person. and I am above all else, I'm a fan of comfort. So having to do something this different and uncomfortable is terrifying. I'm not scared though. It's more just like concerned. Like I don't know. Like I know it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, I know again, I keep going back to I have the best friends, I have the best support, I have the best everything there. So it's like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But it is still like, yeah, everything's about to change. I also have G. I think that's the most important thing. It's like,
Sure.
goddamn, like it's gonna work. Like
Yeah.
she's so awesome. She's already like inherently her whole life has been leading to this moment. And I mean that because it's to her, that's the truth. Like she has wanted this forever. And she's gonna be the best mom in the world. Like she was literally made for this. She's so amazing and so considerate and caring and thinking about all this the right way. And like I love all the questions she asked me, and I love all the decisions she asked me to consider, because I'm just like, you're thinking about people, right? You're not just thinking about like to-dos. It's like you're thinking about raising a person in this very complicated world. That if more than anything terrifies me. It's like I think that this is a world I do not want to bring a child into, and it just really kind of makes me want to be a better change for the world, to change that, because now I have to. You know?
Hell yeah.
God, it's a lot of work, but God, it's so rewarding. That's the thing that, like, I think no matter how much we tell you that, like, until you're feeling it, there's just moments where you're like, this is the best thing in the world. And it's such a silly little thing of like, I'm feeding my kid, you know, a dumpling, pork sumai dumpling for the first time, and he's just like loving it. And I'm like, oh, it's awesome. Or I gave him pineapple and he hates it, and I'm like, yeah.
Austin super chats and says, OMG, congrats, Tim. Became a father 5 months ago, and it's the best thing I ever did. Dustin similarly says, congrats, Tim and Gia. My son Theoden turned 6 months old today, and I adore him so damn much. This $5 goes to diapers.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of crazy times ahead. But like, what was so nuts to me is like obviously telling each of you and like everybody. Like I wanted to, as much as possible, individually tell everybody close to me,
which I find is so unexpected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Both for me and Kevin, right, to do it as a big thing. Tim, the hype Gettys. I had assumed if this day ever came, it would be a similar something.
See, no,
big.
I knew it was going to be exactly like that. Of like, taking one person aside and not even recording it. Just having that moment with them.
And I mean, look, I think that there's the only right way to do all these things is like what's right to you. And I feel like,
no, I'm not.
No, absolutely. And like, but even just for the expectations of all that stuff, it's just like, I mean, I had my wedding live stream and sponsored, and it was what it was, right?
Yeah.
A spectacle. And it's like, that's what me and G wanted from that. And that made sense. With this stuff, it's like this moment here, having this post, like we did talk about it a lot of like, how are we going to announce it? And like, real talk to me, it was like, if I could have an individual moment with each and every listener that I have, I would want to for this. Like, this feels like such a different thing of, to me, the life that I've had and the life that I've had with all of you, everybody listening, watching, sitting next to me. It's like, this is more than just, this isn't just like a hype announcement, right? This is just like
it's the next phase of
your
your
boy's
life.
growing up. You know what I mean? Like you've been there for me for so long. You've seen me grow up from this dumbass little kid to a dumbass adult that's now about to have a kid that I hope's not a dumbass, right? I think that's on me to make sure that that's the case. But like it is cool for the dumb shit that I said 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. It's just as everything's continued and learning about the world and learning that like my words matter, my place matters, I've always known my friendships matter, but like all of that stuff, right? We've been able to kind of grow with each other. And this to me is a moment that it's just like, I feel so special. And it feels like I want to just have that individual pop, you know what I mean? That individual, dude, like this means something different to Greg than it does to Kevin, than it does to Andy, than it does to Roger and Leanza, and so that was crazy, but the craziest one was when I found out.
I was gonna say, how did you get pulled aside and told?
Oh man, and now this is the funny thing too, is I have had to not say anything on content, and the amount of times it's been difficult not to, where like people have asked me questions, I'm like, well, I know the answer to this, but I can't even say it. Like it's been constant, but I had one of the coolest weeks of my life not that long ago, where I went down to Los Angeles, got to spend a lot of time with my friends, got to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 early, got to meet a ton of the like Tony Hawk and the skaters and all that stuff, got to get a private Lupe Fiasco concert. Like there was a ton of other things that happened. Like, I can't even remember. Oh, this was a Giant Bomb. Like literally I was on the plane on the way back, and as I was taking off, I got the news that Dan Reichert and them, like, we're not leaving Giant Bomb. But like, to stay tuned for their PAX panel, and the PAX panel happened while I was on the plane.
Yeah,
and then when
yeah,
I
yeah.
landed, I saw that they're independent. And they own Giant Bomb. All this exciting stuff that's so important to my life and our world. And so I was just overwhelmed. So G was picking me up from the airport, and like, I was just about to dump on her. You know what I mean? I was just about to be like, "Oh my
Look at
god,
all this
Tony
crazy
Hawk
shit
and Lupe
happening."
Fiasco and Giant Bomb, they're independent. Like, oh, this is so great and all this stuff." And I get in the car, and she just hands me the pregnancy test.
Awesome.
And I just burst into tears.
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
might right now, but I'm trying not to. But oh my God, it was just like, fuck, everything's changing. And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
just such a euphoric moment of just like, holy crap, you know? And like, it's not necessarily something I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, it's me, where I'm just like, I could have went either way. And like, at the end of the day, I probably would have been like, at this point in my life, with as much stress and as much responsibility as I have, like, I think, again, going all over the place, I'm kind of a million miles a minute right now, but like, a lot of you know this, I've been dealt an amazing hand at life when it comes to opportunities and relationships. I've also been dealt the bad part of the stick, not even saying that right, when it comes to some things, having to take care of my mom, like being entirely responsible for her and how her health has been and how hard that's been, and
Yeah.
a lot of other things. My dad, like, just there's been a lot that I'm like, I've had to shoulder responsibilities that have made me who I am, but have also made me not ever want to be responsible for another life in my life.
Yeah.
So
Because you're already responsible for these other lives.
exactly.
Yeah.
And because of all of that, and even just kind of funny, right? Like, in a world that is so difficult to navigate, when YouTube can change advertising any day, when the fucking world politically changes, like, there's just so much stuff that it's like, I feel a responsibility for every single person here. I don't want to add more responsibility, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the moment she showed me that, it's like all that feeling kind of went away for at least a second. Then it immediately came back. And when I first told Greg, I like broke the fuck down. And I'm like, I need to talk to you about this, because like, oh my God. And you know, he looked at me in the eyes and said, "You got this. We got this." And I know that that's true. But yeah, that was all crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, you know, same thing I told you in the car, it rings true now, right? Of course, like, you know, you talk about wanting to take care of everybody here, right? You know, that's as much as me and as much Nick as well, right? And like, that's the thing, is you can step away and go take care of your family, and we can do this. Obviously, we've done it for each, in any configuration we've done before, but I understand what makes us us is that. But I think, again, like, doing this and getting this and starting this new phase with G and Mayel, right, is going to be this conversation, right, that again solidifies how little this matters. And I don't mean that it doesn't matter. It's kind of funny, you know, obviously my career, hopefully my legacy and livelihood for the rest of my life. But I mean, like, in terms of what actually matters, like when you see me get a phone call and drop and leave, Kevin says something's going on, go do it, take care of it. You know what I mean? And we all pick up those
We're
pieces.
able to get it. Yeah.
Everyone can pick up those pieces, and that's the whole point of it. I think that's made me better at Kind of Funny, having that context of just like, I got to get home and take care of Ben and Jen. That's it. You know what I mean? More than ever. And like, you understood that before, but Jen and I both being workaholics, the same way you're a workaholic, right?
So was G.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see that side of G.
Yeah.
Usually it's just drinking wine, having parties.
Which she hasn't done in a long time. That's been hilarious.
Yeah,
by
she
the way.
like smells. You open a bottle, let her smell it occasionally. But again, like, having that context, I think, makes us better at this job and what we do here, and understanding how we make it all happen. So I think that's going to be good for you in the long run to step away and do that. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this entire journey for you.
And I'm just so excited that our kids are going to be so close in age.
I know.
The same age difference as me and you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Backwards,
cool.
but,
Yeah,
like, it's cool.
the other day I was thinking of like, wow, it's very close to the exact same age.
Yeah. So
difference,
that's incredibly fun. But yeah, January, it's coming up, man. Like, we're sooner to her than not. Like,
It's
18 weeks
crazy
away.
when you, and G, if you're listening to this later, and I know you will, this isn't offensive. Like, when we were getting ready for the trip, and I was like, so what are we doing? And when are we? And you're like, oh, we're going to take the photos there. And he's like, yeah, you know, G is showing, and she's big. And I'm like, okay, like, I understand she's small, but I remember how big we thought Jen was around here, and then how big she was when it was fun. And then I saw these photos, like, holy fuck, G is big.
Oh, she's
she's
big,
going to be humongous by the time this fucking happens.
Yeah, you know what's hella funny about that is, like, she's so small. Gia
Yeah.
is a very, very petite woman. And so, like, anything on her, like, you can kind of notice. And there were two separate best friends that commented something. Maybe I shouldn't have commented this, if I'm being real, on some posts about the parade. They saw her at the parade.
Oh.
And it's like, I knew she was showing a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, it was just crazy, like, how big of a
That's a gamble. It's
Yeah.
a gamble
Oh,
to ever
no.
say,
Oh,
hey,
absolutely. Don't
pregnant.
ever do that.
gamble that you shouldn't take.
Don't
you know what I
ever
mean?
do
No,
that.
no. There's no real upside to that other than you can say that. Write that down in your dream diary. Let people know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but man, crazy times ahead.
You've
and
got
I
more
appreciate
super
all
chats
of you.
here. Recon Awesome super chats and says, congrats, Tim. BJ Bernardo says, I'm very excited for the day Ben and Mael are doing kind of funny. I didn't say it right. Did I? Mael? Yeah, I said it right. Doing KFGD with Henry screaming a baker's dozen, running around in socks. Congrats to you all. Alex says, congratulations, Tim. Mike Kurz says, I got to say, Tim, you wanted me, wife, to have my daughter at Kind of Funny Live. Remember that? She's
do.
8 now. Your
Oh
turn.
my God.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And I'm sorry, Mike Kurzer, by the way. Your turn. Being a dad rules. Congrats.
Hell yeah.
Kyle LaBeouf writes in and says, as a father of 2 girls, I can tell you will cry a lot. Get used to it. Congrats. Tim.
Oh yeah.
All
I
the time.
know.
Like
For
lately,
sure.
my thing's been having those moments of how fleeting this all is, which I've told you before. But again, like, especially in the hospital, you got to take every one of those moments and live in that moment because it is gone in 2 seconds and you will never get it back. But like lately, it's been a lot of, you know, when I go into to do something or when I'm leaving, petting Ben's head or when he wants to sleep on me, embracing it. Yesterday, I'm a fucking psychopath and he was sitting next to me while watching shows and I took photos of his hands and feet. Cause I'm like, they'll never be this small
Yeah,
again. And we're, you know, when he's a baby, you take a lot of those up close things. I haven't done that in a while. He's already changing. And the same thing when he loves cuddling me all the time. And it's like embrace it. And like, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to cry. I do the same thing I used to do with Porty after he almost died the first time where it was like, this won't be forever. And I'm going to have to remember this at some point. Like, fuck Jesus.
I mean, you bringing that up, it's like, you know, it's always the funny thing of like comparing like animals and babies. And like, I don't have the baby yet. I know it is different, whatever. But it's like, I love my Pomeranians.
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
and like they changed my life like in so many ways. And I remember going on trips with you in the early days of Ben.
Yeah.
And like kind of like connecting with you on this fact of like I miss my boys. Like and it's just like I you know, the Porty of it all, I think, does kind of affect me in a way of just like I have a appreciation for them and an understanding of their life and their importance, and in a different way than I think I would have had I not known Porty as well as I did, and like has been as close to you guys as I was. But like almost every day, I have at least a moment with each of the dogs that I just like hold them in a way where I'm just like I just want to take this in, and I never want this to go away. And like, you know, my phone just like I just have constant pictures of every time I click. I can't do it right now, but it just cycles through every picture of my dogs, and like we're just gonna add another another member to that family, and like that's so crazy to me. And it's like I don't know. It's gonna be nuts that like all these little moments that are. I'm so excited for the first this, the first that, the first this. It's like crazy, and you're living this right now.
It's so incredible, and it's just like because of Greg, I always. Like Henry's getting to a place where like when he wakes up, he doesn't want to be like laying on my chest. He wants to be running around or you know, crawling around. And it's like, so anytime I'm feeding him and he's like about to knock out and he's laying on my chest, I think about that like, this isn't going to be a forever thing. Like there's only so many more of these moments that and I hold the moment in my mind, and it's so wonderful. And it's like, I can't wait for you to have that. I can't wait for you to experience it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting ready to theoretically give Tim the baby Leto chair because we're flipping Ben's room to an actual kid's room, right, with the bed and no longer the like he's out of the crib, but the crib's multi-stage, so it's still kind of a crib bed or whatever. And so it's like every time I'm laying in that chair, which I fucking adore, you know what I mean? I wish I had a bigger house to keep it. I'm like, oh God, like I'm not used to this. I'm not ready for this. Samson L says, Mael is a beautiful name. Congrats, Gia and Tim. You're going to be amazing parents. Another beating heart at Kind of Funny. We don't think about that all the time.
Thank you for that. And just to be clear, Mael is her middle name, not her first name. Not that matters to anybody really, but
it's good for clarification. I saw people come in late, so it's the middle name. But right now, since
we're not saying you
won't tell us the real name, Gregina. Z Arca says, "Congrats, Tim and Gia. I've been watching you guys for years, and you've always been an inspiration to me and how you value family and friends. My wife and I are also expecting in January. We're gonna rock it.
Hell yeah." That's awesome. Same time. That's great.
And your final one for now, because I see your phone exploding with people wanting to talk to you about this.
Thank you so much.
Number 87, Super Chat says, can't wait for Tim to replay Last of Us post-baby.
Oh, God.
Lord. I want to share really quick. This is Leanne's reaction when I told her. I took a photo
Dude,
immediately.
honestly,
She was
save this
freaking out.
picture. Like, we have a bunch of pictures that we just look at every once in a while. This one's one of them. I love it. I love it.
Fuck yeah. Well, Tim, congratulations.
Thank you.
Once, of course, the baby is here and you come back to work, I'm sure we'll do a dad cast to talk about that first section of it. But for right now, congratulations to you and Gia, of course. Everybody head over to Instagram.com/Tim Gettys. Give him some love. Tell him how much you love him, because we love you, and we couldn't do this or live this life without you. If you've enjoyed this episode and maybe want to say, hey, I want to make sure these kids can go to college one day, pick up a Kinda Funny membership. I'm shameless. I don't give a shit. Patreon.com/kindafunny, YouTube.com/kindafunnygames, Apple and Spotify. Toss us $10. Get all of our content ad-free. Get your daily dose of me in a series we call Greg Way, and keep the lights and mics on here at our 11-person independent business. Our programming day is not done. Andy is going to jump back into Hollow Knight Silk Song as he prepares to beat it in preparation for our final review on Friday. But for right now, until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.